Republican divides and strange alliances emerge ahead of Georgia runoff. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share ALPHARETTA, Gar. The final days of Georgia's Republican primary campaigns have exposed internal party fault lines, produced unusual alliances, and will test the party's ability to consolidate quickly to match Democrats' head start on the general election campaign. A melee including last-minute endorsements from President Donald Trump and outgoing Gov. Kemp was on full display Monday ahead of Tuesday's runoff. Rep. Mike Collins and former football coach Derek Dooley are competing for the party's nomination for U.S. Senate, while Burt Jones and billionaire businessman Rick Jackson are running for governor. Trump and Kemp are aligned behind Jones but split in the Senate race. Top grassroots organizers are divided too. Even Texas Sen. Ted Cruz, a former rival to Trump, stepped into the mix on Jackson's behalf, putting him at odds with the president and governor. "There's a lot of division in the Marver world and across the Republican Party," said Debbie Dooley, an original National Tea Party organizer who is backing Jones for governor, but Dooley for Senate. "She's not related to the candidate. We'd better get it together after Tuesday." Kemp insisted there is a common denominator. "Everything I'm doing is to win in November," he said Monday after campaigning for Jones and Derek Dooley at separate events in Metro Atlanta. Kemp has backed Derek Dooley for months in the Senate race, arguing it will take an outsider to defeat Democratic Sen. Jon Ossoff in November. Yet Kemp campaigned for the first time Monday with Jones, a day after he endorsed the lieutenant governor despite Jackson's outsider campaign. In the governor's race, Kemp reasoned that Jones is the right man to defeat Democratic nominee and former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. Read more. Trump, meanwhile, has backed Jones since last August, rewarding him for his loyalty as part of Trump's alternate electoral college slate in the 2020 scheme to overturn Democrat Joe Biden's presidential victory. But the president waited until the final weekend to choose Collins over Dooley, with a social media post that noted Dooley has backed Trump's falsehoods about his loss to Biden. Kemp's and Trump's differing courses highlight their complicated relationship. Kemp certified Biden's electors in 2020 over Trump's objections, and the results Tuesday will test both men's internal party influence as their final terms play out. "I'm not worried about any political equations or keeping score," Kemp said Monday after campaigning alongside Jones and Dooley at separate morning events. "It's making sure we have the right people at the top of the ticket." He also rejected any notion that he was being inconsistent by pushing the Washington outsider in one race and the Georgia State House insider in another. The reason, he said, was that Georgia has been controlled by Republicans for more than 2 decades and, in Kemp's estimation, is doing well enough that Jones would be really building off the great legacy of multiple state administrations. Congress, meanwhile, is a mess of inaction with abysmal approval ratings, he said. Dooley, for his part, embraced Kemp's influence and downplayed Trump's. "It's very simple," he said. "A vote for Mike Collins is a vote for Jon Ossoff. A vote for me is a vote for the people of Georgia." Jackson likewise downplayed Kemp's last-minute nod for Jones. "I respect Gov. Kemp very much, and I think people are ready for an outsider," he said. Cruz was more animated, with an implicit comparison of Jackson to Trump. "He's rich," Cruz told Jackson supporters with a smile, "and he's a first-time candidate," the senator continued. "I don't know anybody like that in politics," Cruz deadpanned. Debbie Dooley, the conservative activist, noted that erstwhile Tea Party leaders in the state aren't on the same page anymore either. While she's campaigning with Derek Dooley, the founder of Tea Party Patriots, Jenny Beth Martin has appeared with Collins. "It's just not as simple as blindly following Trump anymore," Debbie Dooley said. "I don't want the most conservative candidate. I want the most conservative candidate who can win."